Hey guys, Eggy here, welcome back to another video. Today, my Pokemon binder that I ordered arrived. I bought a lovely A4 size one, which meant it was expensive because most of the Pokemon binders that you find are A5 size, but I didn't want that because this is the size of my collection already, so an A5 binder just would not cut it. So there are quite a few sheets to go, and I've had a vintage order turn up of Pokemon cards. So this person was selling a load of Pokemon card stuff on their vintage account, but the thing I was most interested in was these Pokemon trick or trade ones, because I've been looking for them for so long, but they're always so expensive. So I know they weren't really that expensive on this person's page. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I don't think it was that much. I think it was only like £8. And then they had 2 Pokemon cards that I was gonna buy separately as well. One of them was a Mimikyu card, and then one of them was a Dialga card. And he could not find where he put them because he went through like a massive sort out. I was like, that's fine, these things happen, no worries. And then he was like, oh, I feel so bad, I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, it's fine, like generally fine, I don't care, these things happen, understandable. And then he was like, oh, well, I can either give you the money for the cards in like the envelope when I post the other cards, or I can give you 5 extra packs. And I was like, I'll take the 5 extra packs. So I did, and they've turned up, which is great timing. Sorry, I've just knocked all of my cards. But yeah, I was going through my cards, and it turns out I did have the Mimikyu card, so I guess that's a good thing that I didn't get the card. So it's just the Dialga one. It's like a Dialga EX card. I'm trying to find the Mimikyu one that I have, that I was going to show you guys what it was, but when I dropped them, they're all not in order. I also have so many like doubles and stuff that I've got to go through so I can sort out what I'm doing with them, whether I'm going to see if people want them so I can give them to you guys, or if I'm just going to sell them on Vinted like everybody else does. Obviously not for stupid prices. Now I can't find it. I'm very confused, because I could have sworn I had it, unless it's in another pack, but I got all of my cards here. They're just I don't know. Anyway, let's open these cards. I am so bad at opening and trading cards and stuff. Like, even on the Pokemon card game, the TCG one, you know where it's like, oh, here's the line, you just swipe your finger across. Mine just ends up going like diagonal, because of how bad I am at opening them. Now with these packs, I tried to find like the little gap that's loose from the glue, and just try and like wiggle my nail in that way, because of how bad I am at opening the cards. And then it should, there you go, be easier to open. Oh, that's pretty cool. It has a pumpkin Pikachu. So we have a Zubat. Ooh, I got a Mimikyu. It's shiny. That's really cool. And then we have a Candle Dog, because Candle Cat likes that one. So now every time I see it, I call it Candle Dog. It's a Graveyard, I think that's how you pronounce it. But I don't know. In my mind, you know, it's just going to be a candle dog. I did not realise you only get 3 cards in a packet, so now I'm glad that I got them for cheap and not, you know, online where they're selling them for £12 a packet, because if I paid £12 and I only got 3 cards, I'd be pissed off. But where I only paid £8 for like all of these, I didn't feel as bad. But yeah, I did not, oh, it fucking says it, it says it on the packet. But yeah, I did not realise that it said it, so that is kind of disappointing. We have a lit wick. I like the candle ones, they always look cool. Ooh, we have a chandelier with shiny, and then we have a Miss Magus, which is pretty cool. And then next packet, we have a Sinsty. I like that one. Ooh, we have a Dusk Noir, which is also shiny. And then we have a Mercury. Now the next packet. Ooh. We have a Lamberton, which is evolved from the Litwick. Yeah, oh, it says it on the card. We have Pikachu with shiny, and then we have Drifloon. I was watching this video and it was like, oh, what Pokemon would you trust to look after your child? And someone said Drifloon, and it's like, that's strange because in the anime they literally run off with children in one episode, and it's like, why would you want that Pokemon to look after your children unless you just take children, you know? So we have got Bennett. We have a Trevant, who is shiny. And then we have another Mercury. So, okay, they're the exact same. I had to double check because some cards that I have, they look the same but they have different stats. So I'm still undecided on if I should keep them or not. Because, like, yes, they're technically the same card, but they have different stats. But I don't know. I just mostly collect the cards because I like the cool art. Like, I don't really get involved with all of the other stuff. I just want to collect them because they're pretty. But then you get some people who say, oh, you can't collect Pokemon cards if you want to do that, da, da, da. And it's like, but then you get all of those, you know, scalpers who are buying them just to resell them, but you don't have a problem with that. But I don't know. So we have another Zubat, so that's going on the double card. Ooh, we have a big candle dog who is shiny, and then we have another Mercury. So out of that, only one that was not a double. On to the next packet. Also, if I did pay, you know, like the £12 whatever it was that I saw online that I was going to buy, that I didn't realise it was only 3 card packs, and if I got so many doubles, I would have been more annoyed. We have another Zubat. We have another shiny Pikachu, and we have another Mercury. So far we have 3 Mercuries there and 2 Zubats, and now a shiny Pikachu. That is the same Pikachu, right? I have to find the Pikachu card now. Yes, it is the exact same. So, out of that one we only got 1 that wasn't a double. Next packet. Okay, so we have a Delmise. I don't know that one. We have a Horsey. It's a shiny Horsey. It's a Spectria. And then we have a Miss Magus, which I think we already got that one. Yeah, we do. So that's another one for swaps. on to the next packet. How many do I have left? I feel like I'm opening packets for so long. Okay, we have 6 more after this one. Ooh. So we have Bennett, which is a double. And then we have, shiny Houndour. And then we have Drifloon, which is evolved of the Drifloon. Yeah. And now, on to the next one. Oh, that's not gone to plan. Why has it done that? It's just opened it like that. So we have a Little Ick, which is another double, right? Yeah. And then we have another shiny Horsey, which is a double. And then we have a Miss Magus, which is another double. So that whole packet was a double. So, yeah. But yeah, I still don't understand why it went like that when I opened it. But, hey ho. Now, let's open another one and hope I don't mess up opening it like the other one. Oh dear. I opened it and the cards flew out. I got them. So we have a Poltergeist, which evolves from Sinster, which is really cool. And then we have a Marshadow, who's shiny. And we have another Mercury. So it seems like you get one shiny one per packet, which seems really cool. I like it when the cards are shiny because then they're pretty. We have Dusclops, another shiny Horsey, and then another Candle Dog. So again, just one per packet. We have 3 packets left. And we have another Bennett. Another shiny Houndstone, which is a double. And then a Drifloon, which, yeah, is a double. Another packet. So, yeah, that whole packet was a double. Ooh. Okay, so we have another Sinsty, another shiny Horsey, and another Miss Magus. So again, another packet that is all doubles. Now this is the last packet, so I hope we get, you know, not a whole packet of doubles. Ooh, we have Haunter. We have Marshadow, which is a double. Because I got that in, right? Yeah. And then we have Miss Magus, which is another double. So, yeah. Let me just source out my cards quick. And let me just quickly go through them to make sure I did take out all of the doubles. yeah, okay, I've taken all the doubles out. So this is how many cards I ended up with. I did not count them and I can't be bothered to count them. So you're just getting a stack number. Now let's go count the doubles that we have. Okay, so first up we have 2 Zubats. We have 1 shiny Marshadow, 1 Sinsty, 1 shiny Pikachu, 1 Litwick, 1 Drifblim, 3 shiny Horsies, 2 Bennets, 1 Kennel Dog, 1 Big Kennel Dog, 4 Miss Mages, and 4 Murkrows. So I'm assuming the Murkrows and the Miss Mages are the most popular, but I don't know. I will be putting them in my Discord first for first dibs, so make sure you check that out first in case you want some of the doubles. But yeah, my doubles is nearly the same size as, okay, they are the same size as the ones I got, so that's fun. But yeah, I'll be putting the doubles up in my Discord. That'll be free because, you know, I'm not gonna make you pay me for them because, you know, you guys are my friends. But yeah, if you guys don't want them, I will be putting them on Vinted for money because, you know, I don't know them like that. Yeah, let's go out a binder. But first I'm gonna get the Pokédex up on my iPad because I don't know the order that the cards go in. I know Bulbasaur is like one of the first ones and it's like the Bulbasaur Evolutions. I just don't quite know the rest of it. So if I get that up, then I can sort my cards out based on the Pokédex and then they'll be easier filling them in. I don't want to search for Pokemon, I just want the Pokédex to show me the Pokemon. There you go. So yeah, I don't want cookies. Go away. I just have so many Pokemon cards, I don't know where to start. And they are bent, because someone bent them. So I'm hoping, because only some of them have Pokemon sleeves. And they're the special Mimikyu ones from my Mimikyu box set. So these ones don't have sleeves, these ones do, and they are still bent. So I'm hoping that if I put them in my Pokédex and squish them between like 2 heavy books, that should flatten it out. I don't know. I think I'm just going to leave my Japanese ones out for the moment. They are in packets, but yeah, I think I'm going to leave the Japanese ones out and I can just put them in with the English ones once they're in the Pokédex, and that way it kind of shortens my pile. Shortens? Yeah, that's a word. So I'm just going to put them by types, so like water, poison, electric type, normal, and then sort each pile out from there so I can make sure I don't have any doubles and stuff. But I'm sure that's not going to be interesting to you guys, so I'm going to pause it and then come back when it's done all of that because I have too many cards. Okay, so I had sorted them and I'm glad I paused it because it took me 15 minutes to do that. But I do have a little problem, I guess you could say. When I was going through them, I found all of these cards that don't look anything like the cards I have. So I don't know if they are, you know, fakes or just like earlier ones, I guess. Just making sure I got them all. So I don't want to put them in with my collection until I'm sure that they're, you know, right and stuff. That's on the wrong pile. But they have like this yellow outline around them. So only because my cards have like the silver outline around them. Even like my trick or treat ones have the silver outline on some of them, but then some of them have the yellow outline. So I am confused if they are real or if they're just old. So if you guys could tell me, I would be very much appreciative of it, because I don't want to put them in my collection if they are fake, but then I don't want to throw them, if that makes sense. So just, I don't know if they're real or not. So if someone could let me know, I'd be very appreciative, because as I said, I don't know Pokemon cards. I just collect them because I find them cool and pretty looking. But yeah, because some of the doubles of the trick or treat ones that do have the yellow outline, so I'd assume they are, you know, real. But then again, I don't know, so I don't want to put them in my collection if they are or if they're not real. So if someone could let me know, I'd appreciate that. But yeah, I've sorted them out into types, so we're going to go through them, make sure I don't have any doubles, starting off with water type. So we have Sneasel, we have Chewtle, we have Tatsugiri. I like the Tatsugiri ones because they look cool. We have Seadra, which evolves from the Horsey, right? Of the Miltank. We have the Palafin. We have Friggybax. We have Lapras. And then, oh, it's a shiny. We have a shiny Starry. I was wondering why it looked different. It's because it's green, and the Starry is normally like purple, right? Right? I can't remember. I haven't played a Pokemon game in so long. But yeah, there's no doubles there, so that is fine. Water is fine. Let's go on to electric. So we have a Chinchou, a Togedemaru. I don't know how you pronounce that. It's a little guy. We have a Toxel. We have a Rosum. We have Iron Hands Future. I don't know if that's different to another one. We have another Chinchou, so that's a double, so that can go away. We have a Rare of the Room Terra. I don't know, it's shiny. We have a Killer Whisperall. We have a Lantern, which evolves from the Chinchou. And we have another Chinchou, so we have two doubles of those. And then we have Pikachu. Yeah, just making sure I didn't drop any. So those are our electrics, and we do not have any doubles of those, which is fun. Now let's go on to our normal types. We have Eevee. We have a Beware, which is shiny. Straight up, we have two Lechonks, so I'm guessing they are doubles. We have a Taurus. We have an Ambibon. It's a monkey. We have a Minchano. I am so butchering these names. I can't pronounce names, so bear with me with that. We have a Dramper, and it's a shiny Dramper. Look how cool that looks. And then we have a Oinklo, Big Pig, Oinkling. And we have a Lechonk, Baby Pig. And we have a Squawk-Billy. So again, just those two piggy doubles, and that's it for those. Let's go. Oh, I just dropped them. Let's go. Oh, we did electric. I don't know why I'm picking up the ones that we've already done. I just move them here and I focus on these ones. We have the dark types. So we have Zoroa, Gengar. We have a Scrafty. We have a Purloin. We have a Mastiff. We have another Gengar, so that goes over to doubles. We have a Haunter that evolves from Ghastly and turns into a Gengar. We have a Wooper. We have a Scraggy, and then we have another Scrafty, so that double can go over there. And that's the dark types done. Let's do Leaf. We have a Galvantula, which evolves from Joltik, which is a baby spider. We have Decide UI, which evolves from Rowlet. No, it evolves from Datrix, which evolves from Rowlet. Rowlet was the starter Pokemon I picked in Pokemon Arceus, because I was like, oh cool, it's a little bird. And then it evolved, and then it did not look like a little bird anymore, and I was kind of disappointed. And then we have Toadschool. We have a Pineco. We have a Big Cat, which is shiny. We have a Shroomish. We have a Dolliv, which is pretty. We have a Abomasnow. We have another Pineco, so that double one can go away. We have another Toadschool, so that one can go away. And we have the Fortress EX card, which looks really cool. But that's our Leaf ones done. So let's go do. Are these fairy type? I don't know. But it's got Sylveon, so I'd imagine so. We have Sylveon. We have Dusk Noir, which is a shiny one. And we have Dusclops, which Dusk Noir evolves from. We have a Mewtwo, which is shiny. We have a Comfey. I like those ones, they look cool. We have a Fido. We have a Natu. We have a Espartha. I guess that's how you pronounce it. It's shiny. We have a Flababy. I have just dropped my cards again. We have a Drifblim. We have a Tinkaton. We have a Fluttermane, which is shiny. We have another Natu, but his picture is different. So I don't know if I want to keep it just because the picture is different and just keep them in the same packet, because the card thingy information is the same, but with the other ones they were the exact same, like the card information and the picture. So I don't know whether to keep those ones because the pictures have changed. So I think I might just keep it and just tuck one under the other. So we have a Executor, which is shiny. And then we have a Cofagrius, but that one is shiny. We have a Woobat. We have a Candle Dog. We have a Fido. I swear I had a Fido, right? Maybe I'm losing my marbles. No, we did have a Fido. And it's the same one. Except that this Fido is shiny, so that's pretty cool. Okay, we have another Natu, but it's the same picture, so I'm gonna get rid of that one and just keep the ones that have different pictures. And we have a Whimsicott. Did I say we had that one? Was that a different Pokemon? I'm dropping my cards while I'm looking for this and it's annoying. I guess it must have been a different one because I don't have that as a double. I thought I did. Strange. We have a Chimicho. I like this one because it's a one chime. We have a Gimmighoul. We have an Executor one, but it's not shiny like the other one, so I'm going to keep it. We have a Roots. We have a Swoobat, which evolves from the Woobat. We have a Kirilla, which evolves from the Roots. And then we have the Gardevoir EX, which evolves from the Kirilla one. So gotta make sure that those stay together so it's easier for when I'm sourcing through the Pokédex. And now on to this one. This is the only one of this type. I don't know what type it is, but it's a Fracture and it's shiny. And then we have this Mimikyu card. Again, I don't know what type it is by itself, but this is the one that came with my Mimikyu card set, and it is really bent, which is really sad because Mimikyu is my favourite Pokemon and I really do love this card art. So let's go on to these ones next, these metal ones. So we have Jirachi. I like the Jirachi ones. We have Melmetal, which is shiny. We have Ferroseed, and then we have Varoom. Then next up we have the fighting ones. We have an Ancient Slitherwing. We have a Krugunk. We have a Graplocked. Okay, we've got two of these. Yep, they are both the same, so we just get rid of one, but it's a dolphin. We have a Clobus, a Crabrawler, I don't know. We have a Mimphu. I like these ones too. We have a Rockruff. And then we have Nilefape. I don't know, it's shiny. We have a Fampi. We have another Clobus. That one goes in the pile. And then we have another Graplocked. So I'll find the double of that one, where I dropped everything and put that one in the pile. Yeah. Now we are on to fire. Fire. Sorry, I just got a Trick or Treat one, and I'm pretty sure that's double. So I'm just going to go through my Trick or Treat ones to work out if I put it in there by accident or if I just, you know, got it from the other card. But by the looks of it, it is one that I just put there by accident. It's my Houndoom one, so I'm going to go put it back into my Trick or Treat cards and put that back. So we have Iron Moth Future. And we have Houndour. Got 2 chocolates. So we're going to put that one back. So yeah, we have this chocolate. Ooh, now we have a shiny chocolate, but it's got different information in different pictures, so we're keeping that one. We have a Litten. I like the Litten. I was very confused though, because on Discord we have a Pokemon bot, so if you choose your starter Pokemon, it evolves as you grow. And I chose Litten because, you know, I like the cats and I like the cat Pokemon. And I was very confused when it turned into a whole dude when it evolved, and I was like, don't like that anymore. So mine's currently Mimikyu. But Mimikyu's nearly level 100, so I might sort that out soon. We have my Cargo. Shiny. We have Charmander. We have Charmeleon. We have Numel. We have another Charcadet, which is strange. Let me see. Yep, it's the same one, so sort that one out. We have a Fire Taurus. We have a Magma. We have a Armarouge, which evolves from the Chakadot. Whatchamacallit? Gotta find it so I can say the right one. The Chakadet, yeah. Now we have the Magmortar, which evolves from the Magma. And then we have the Camerupt, which evolves from the Numel. So I'll make sure those are together for when it's easier for when I use the thing. Oh, was Numel in the other one? I think Numel was in the other one because I can't find it. Oh, it's right there. And then, yeah, they look to be all of the ones. So I'm going to go get the Pokédex up and then have a look so we can sort through the Pokédex. I should, I guess, leave space for the other ones so that way I don't have to rearrange the whole thing when I eventually get them, right? So it goes Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Charmander. We have a Charmander. Where is my Charmander? Charmander. Oh, I did not know that. These are side slotting ones. I thought they'd be top slotting ones. That is strange, but okay. Okay, so Charmander, Charmeleon. Is that in? I think so. Charmeleon and Charizard. I don't think I have a Charizard card. I do not. Okay, what's next? Squirtle. So that is water, which is here. I don't think I have a Squirtle. I do not. So that would be Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, Caterpie. I don't have a Caterpie. And then Metapod, which I don't have. Metapod, right? This will be Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill, Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, Rattata, Brasice, Spearow, Fearow, Ekans, Arbok, Pikachu. You have a Pikachu. I have to find a Pikachu and not lose where my finger is because I've counted it out. So if I put Pikachu here, it's the right spot. Now I have to find my Pikachu card so I can put it in the right spot without lifting my finger up, otherwise I'm going to lose the right spot. If that makes sense to you guys. Ugh. Right, let's put Pikachu there. I think that's the only Pikachu card I have. I have the trick or treat ones, but I'm going to do them at the end. Now I have to count through it again to make sure it's in the right spot. So after Coming it's Charizard, then Squirtle, Wurtle, Blastoise. Flip the page. Right? Charizard, Squirtle, Wurtle, Blastoise, yeah. And it's Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill, Pidgeot. Oh, I lost my page. Charizard, and those are the water starters. And it's Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, and then Rattata is on this page, and Ratis, Spearow, Fearow, Ekans, Arbok, and Pikachu. I did it in the wrong place. Pikachu was supposed to go one under. I think. So let's put Pikachu in there and now count backwards. Pikachu, Arbok, Ekans, Fearow, Spearow, Rattata, Pidgeotto, Pidgey, Beedrill, Kakuna, Weedle, Butterfree, Metapod, Caterpie, and then 3, yeah. I had Pikachu in that spot and he should have been in that spot. So we don't have a Raticate and we don't have Fearow. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. Okay, so we have Raichu, and then we have Sandshrew, and then Sandslash is the start of this page. Nidoran, Nidorina, Nidoqueen, 3 more Nidorans, Clefairy, Clefable, Vulpix, Ninetales, Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, Zubat. Do I have a Zubat or is that just the trick or trade ones? Zubat, which would be here. We have a Swoobat. That's not the same thing. A Woobat is the same thing as a Zubat. But a Woobat, I mean, we don't have a Zubat. No. And now I've lost where I was. Pikachu. Raichu, Sandshrew, Sandslash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Nidorans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you have Clefairy, Clefable, Vulpix, Ninetales, Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, Zubat, Golbat, Oddish, Gloom, Vileplume, Paras, Parasect, Venonat, and then Venimouth, Diglett, Dugtrio, Meowth, Persian, Psyduck, Golduck, Mankey, Primeape, Growlithe, Arcanine, Poliwag, Poliwell, Poliwrath, Abra, Cabra, Alakazam, Machop, Machop, Bellsprout, Weepinbell, the big one, Tentacle. I have a Tentacle. Ouch. Do I not? I swear I had Tentacle. Oh, it's in the green one, right? Not the blue one. Oh, no, that's a Toadstool. Which is a completely different thing. Apparently. So I guess I don't. Tentacle. And then Geodude, Graveler, Golem, Ponytail, Rapidash, Slowpoke, Slowbro, Magnemite. Oh, doesn't seem like I got any of them. I get that there's so many, and I do want to put them in number order, but I've gone through like 6 pages, so I don't know whether to do it in number order of the ones that I have, so as in Charmander, Charmeleon, and then straight to Pikachu, and then do it that way. That way I'm not, you know, wasting pages, but then I know that I've got to reorder them when I get new cards, but this is taking forever, so I might cut the camera, sort it the way that I've got the cards, and then come back and just show you guys what I've put in. I think that might be easier, so I'm gonna go do that. Okay, so I have finished putting everything in the binder. I'm glad that I stopped the video when I did, because it took me like 3 hours to do it all, because I was going through the Pokédex on my iPad and trying to match the names with the pictures on the cards, because I was looking at the pictures on the cards, I wasn't really paying attention to the names, and it just took a whole long time, because that's a measurement of time. It took a while, and then I googled why these are yellow, and it turns out these are just old cards, which I wish I googled before I did the Pokédex in my binder, because I could have added all of these cards. However, these ones are different to these ones, so I don't know if these ones are older than these ones or if these ones are the fake ones. Again, I don't know. I am confusion, so I don't know whether to add them back in and then swap them out when I eventually get like the replacements of them, or if I should just leave them out because they're out anyway. I also forgot to include my chocolate treat ones, so all of these I forgot to add in, which would have been super helpful, considering half of these I needed to add in to do the evolutions and stuff, and then I forgot to add in my Japanese cards, which would have been super helpful, because all of these Japanese cards, other than that one, the Tangimax one, and a Mimikyu, I don't have any of these, so it would have been super helpful if I remembered to add them in, but I didn't, so I gotta go back through them later and add in the Japanese cards and the trick or treat cards and the other cards, because I didn't do that. But anyway, so I've got Charmander, Charmeleon, I don't know, whatever way I say it, everyone always says it's wrong. So, and we got Pikachu, because I don't have any of the other starters. Well, I mean, I have that Squirtle one and the other one, but as I said, I didn't realise they were actual cards until after I did all these. So I filled up quite a lot of it too. So like, I didn't really want to undo it just to put those in and like the trick or treat cards. So that will have to wait until I get more Pokemon cards that I open, because right now I just can't be bothered. So we have Haunter and Gengen. We have Executor, because we do not have the baby eggs. We have Cedra and Staryu, which is a shiny because it is blue. We have Magma, and then we have Magmortar. We have Taurus here, but then we also have the Palladium one at the back. See, because I forgot to put them together, so when I rearrange it, I have to put them, you know, next to each other. So that's just kind of tucked behind it, so I know it's there for when I change it. We got Lapras, Eevee, Sylveon, Mewtwo, and then my brother, he saw that I put Sylveon next to Eevee, and then the Magmar there, and then he was like, it pains me the way you've done this order. And I was like, well, that was saying it was like way further behind on like the Pokédex, like further along, and it's like part of the other ones like thingy, the Magma evolution line, and obviously I want to put Sylveon next to Eevee because they're, you know, the evolutions. And he's like, oh no, because I didn't have fairy types at that point, and they didn't have that Pokemon at that point, you know, which is why he was like, that's why it's further down the Pokedex, obviously. I was like, dude, chill. You're harshing my mellow, man. I should totally pick up marshmallows for my hot chocolates. I've been drinking so many hot chocolates lately because where it's been so cold, that's all I've been drinking. So I should definitely get marshmallows to go with my hot chocolates. But the thing about marshmallows is I don't like them when they're all goopy in my drink. So I have to dip them in my drink, like, you know how you dip biscuits in your drink? I don't really like the taste of them when they're plain, like by themselves, because it's all powdery and stuff. I don't like them when they're all goopy because I like the texture. So I can only have them if I dip them in my drink like biscuits. I don't know if that's weird or not. But anyway. Yeah, I was like, this is my Pokebinder, not yours. Leave me alone. I'm gonna put my evolutions together. You know, not your Pokebinder. Should not care. But yeah, we have Mewtwo, we have Jinchao, and then the Lantern. And then we have Natu, and then we have another Natu because they are different designs, and I like the designs. Then we have the Paladin Wooper. Is it Paladin or Palladian? I don't know. I always get them wrong, like the names and stuff. So someone's definitely gonna go correct me on that. And then we have the Pineco. I'm shiny hunting this one on the New Day Pokemon bot thing, and my shiny chain at the moment is like 14, and I still haven't caught one. But then I'll get other shinies that I'm not shiny hunting in like one go, and it's like, what are the odds on this game? Because it's so annoying. And then we have this shiny Fortress EX card. Ooh. And we have Sneasel. And then Magcargo. It's like the evolution from Slugma, I think. And we have Houndour. And then Fampi. I still am confused on how this little baby elephant is evolving into this tire. But anyway. We have Roots, Kirilla, and Gardevoir EX. So that's a whole evolution line, which is yay, they're all together. And we have Shroomish, Numel, and then Camerupt. Again, I don't know how a camel is going from a baby camel to be in a volcano, but you know, it's Pokemon, it's not supposed to make sense, I guess. Then we have Miltic, because I do not have the Feebas. And we have Dusclops, and then Dusk Noir, which is a pretty cool one. We have Jirachi. I like Jirachi, they're really cute. And we have Ambipom and Drifbloom, because all of my other Drifblooms thingies were the trick or treat cards that I forgot to put in. So when I rearrange them, I have to sort that out again. We have Crogunk, shiny Abomasnow. You can tell it's shiny because it's got it's blue for a start rather than the green. And then that shiny background is the same as the shiny Staryu. So that's pretty cool. Because I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure that's shiny. Because I'm pretty sure the Abomasnow that I've caught on Pokemon Go and other stuff is green, not blue. So I asked my brother and he was like, yeah, no, that's a shiny. I was like, okay. And then I was talking to him about the shiny Staryu, and then he was like, yeah, shiny Staryu's white. And I was like, well, mine's blue. He goes, no, they're white. So he googled it, and he was like, oh no, I guess you can get some blue ones. But he was adamant that they're white, and I was like, well, I got a blue one. And then we have Rotom, we have Purloin, we have Woobat and Swoobat, and then we have Whimsicott, Scraggy. He needs to pull up his trousers. Look at him. And we have Scrafty, who also needs to pull up his trousers. And we have Cofigurus EX, which is, ooh, shiny. I like the Zora one. And we have Mincino. We have Galvantula, which is the evolution of Joltik, which is like a really, really cute baby spider. We have Ferroseed. We have Fracture, which is a shiny one. We have Mindfu for the baby. Beside UI. Now, see, Beside UI, I got the owl. I can't think of his name right now. Rowlet, that's it. I had Rowlet as my starter in Pokemon Arceus because I was like, oh, cute, owl. Because usually up until that point, all my starters were the water type. And then it evolved into Decide UI, and it's like, that's a whole dude. That is not an owl. And then I didn't like it, so I switched him out with Dialga. Yeah, Dialga when I got Dialga. And then I went into the photo studio in Pokemon Arceus with Dialga, and it is so funny because Dialga's huge and like the character's tiny. And I was going through on my Switch of like the screenshots and stuff of things because I was gonna send some over to my phone to like share them and stuff. And then I saw the one of Dialga and like my avatar in Pokemon Arceus, and it's like, now I regret selling my Pokemon games for money. Because I want to play it again. I want to play all of my Pokemon games again. But then my Switch has started messing up again. Like, none of my games are loading properly. I thought it was just Fortnite that wasn't loading properly because of, like, the new Simpsons map thing. But then Overwatch wasn't working either. And Stardew stopped working for a bit. And I was, like, so annoyed. Because I do not have the money to upgrade to the Switch 2 or even the OLED version right now. So it's like, I really hope that my Switch works soon so I can play my games. Because it's really annoying that I'm going to go play a game, say Fortnite or Overwatch, and I'll go into a match and it just doesn't load. And then on Fortnite, it either drops me at the very end of the map or it will load once I've been killed. And Overwatch, it's like, you've been reported for inactivity and gone down an endorsement level because you refuse to play the game. And it's like, it's not I refuse to play the game, you didn't load me in the game, which is really frustrating. So I hope that sorts itself out so I can play because, that frustrates me. But anyway, we have Listen, who I did have as like my partner Pokemon on Poke2 on Discord, and then it turned into a Tora cat, and it's like, that is not a cute cat anymore, that is a whole dude. So now at the moment it's Mimikyu, and I think my Mimikyu is like nearly level 100, and then when it gets to level 100 I think I'm going to switch out with another Pokemon, but I don't know what Pokemon, because I have so many Pokemon on like the Poke2 thingy, and I can't be bothered to go through the whole Pokédex thingy, like catalogue of Pokemon that I own to choose one. So I might just use a Pokemon generator thingy and just see if I've got the Pokemon that lands on. But anyway, we have Rockruff, Beware, we have Comfy, Togedemaru, and we have my Mimikyu card. And then we have Drampa, which is a shiny one. We have Melmetal and Jutul. I don't know why that one's so far up. There you go. We have Tuxel, Clubbubus, and then Graplocked. And then we have Miscaldra, Lechonk, and Big Piggy. We have Firedew, and then we have Dolliv, which is a really shiny card. It's a really cool card too. And we have Squawkabilly EX, which is also a pretty cool card. We have Charcadet and another Charcadet, because they're different stats and different pictures. And then we have Armarouge, and then Clawastle, Maceshift, and Toadschool. And then we have Tinkaton. And then we have this card. And this card really freaks me out because that is not a dolphin. Like, it evolves from the dolphin, but it's just really, really weird looking. And then we have this Hoover type thing. And we have Room EX. And then we have the Candle Doggy. And then we have Yummy Sashimi. Every time there was one of these from the Poke 2 that was like spawning in, I would catch them and say that I'd eat them, and then I can't remember who it was, but I'd be like, no, don't eat the Pokemon. And it's like, but if it's not food, why is it food shaped? And then we have Nileap here, which is another shiny card. And then we have Flassamane, which is also shiny. And then we have Sliverwing, Iron Hands, Iron Moth, Friggybax, and then Gimmighoul. And then these three are just here because I didn't know where they went. So I'm assuming I just scrolled past them on like the Pokédex thingy that I was looking at on my iPad, because it was just a list. It wasn't really pictures, and I was trying to match the pictures to the names, and it wasn't really working. But yeah, so these three are down here at the moment until I rearrange it all again, and I had to do that. But I am glad that I did it in Pokédex order without like the gaps, because I would have run out of space. So, you know, that was lucky because I've used quite a bit. But yeah, I've got a lot of cards, and I've still got to put up the other cards, including my Japanese ones. So yeah, but that will be a video for another time, because I do not want to spend another nearly 3 hours on just, you know, rearranging everything again. So this is what it's gonna look like at the moment until I can be bothered, I guess, to rearrange it all, to add in all of the other cards. And then once I've done that, I think I'll just do a quick video just showing you guys like the new cards inside it. And yeah, that has been today's video. I hope you guys have liked it, even if it is a bit chaotic. But I think, you know, that's why most of you guys like my videos, because they are chaotic. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself. But anyway, that's been today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.